Hey, it's Nay. And welcome to my channel. This is Nay's Little Garden. And here we are, very new to gardening, but I'm kind of just like figuring out my way, just trying to just keep swimming. So we are officially, I feel like, in the 2025 growing season. I feel like most people have started some sort of seed, as well as ordered at least a few seeds and have them on their way. I said all that to say my onions, for the most part at this point, are sprouting. My microgreens from my second batch, one tray looks like a forest, the other tray is quite patchy. So I'm unsure why. And I'm about to harvest my first batch, so that's great. My peppers and tomatoes have not sprouted yet. Now, part of the reason why, because I know some people are watching this video like, it's the middle of January, why have you started peppers and tomatoes? I only started a couple, and I'm gonna have like 10 to 12 plants of tomatoes and 10 to 12 plants of peppers this growing season, maybe even a little bit more. So it's a very small portion of the amount I'm gonna actually grow for the year. But I'm just in my experimental phase, because I don't really want to say a super short growing season, because there are other places where I feel like their growing season is even shorter. I have a smaller growing season of about 170 days, I think 160. So it is a reasonable amount of time, and that's for outdoor growing, right? I haven't even dabbled into trying to grow stuff over the winter. I have to just one step at a time. So it's just one little tray of a couple things. I want to see how long they take to germinate. I want to see this drastic growth difference, because people say like, oh, you can start the peppers early, but don't start the tomatoes too early because they just grow so fast. I want to see if that actually is a thing, if that's actually going to happen. I do have them in a little like bigger pots, and I will up pot as needed, because I want to see how early of a harvest and how late of harvest I can get. So last year I grew things quite late, not really purposefully. It took me whatever. It wasn't really on purpose, but I got like basically fall harvests. So I want to get early summer and fall harvest, right? So I'm trying to figure out the timing of everything. What's the timing for succession planting? What should I be planting? Does the variety really need to drastically change based on that planting, and so on, and blah, 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 right? I said all that to say I have some more mail. This is from a business I have not purchased from. It's called Mary's Heirloom Seeds. I purchased a couple of them. I have talked about some of my favorite seed like brands before, and for me it ultimately comes down to a couple things. And this is just a regular person. Okay, so money is definitely a massive factor, and so is quality, and as well as the amount of time it takes for me to get the product, right? And preferably I would prefer my seeds to have coming from America, because that's where I live. It's not the end all be all, that last part, but I would prefer. So I got a lot of stuff here. What's going on here? Interesting. Let's see. So the first thing I'm going to say, those things that I talked about were the most important, but then there's also secondary of importance things. And this is going to sound probably stupid to some people, and that's okay, because this is Nay's Little Garden. Do what you want in yours, but I do like pictures on my packets. Okay. And the first thing I'm seeing here is no pictures on these packets. I know that sounds like such a nonsensical thing, but I want to see what I'm supposed to be growing. And if every time I want to see it, I have to go look it up, it does irk me a little bit. The quantity of seeds per packet does matter as well. Not as much, but like within that area. And there's just so much paperwork here, guys. Okay, so so I got this. Is this a sticker? Oh, this is cute. Mary's Heirloom seed sticker. I don't know if you can see, but I have here a table. I'm pretty sure this is an IKEA table. And I have a whole ton of different pictures here. Oh, I just realized I shifted a bunch of stuff around and it's facing this way instead of facing me. So I'm going to have to turn this around. But it's got like a lot of my likes. So like anime, reading, Black Girl Magic stuff, the Ghibli, stuff like that. So I'm going to start adding, and books, excuse me, did I say books already? I'm going to start adding gardening stuff, so I will add this to this. That would be cool. So these are massive packets, which there's nothing on the back. Another small thing that is kind of important to me is information. I am a newer grower, so to have information is nice, but I'm gonna assume all this paperwork they sent me is gotta be some type of information. And I feel so 2 seeds were not put with, oh, so they gave me 2 free sets of seeds, which is insane. I purchased 3 seeds and I got 2 packs of free seeds, so that's cool. Oh, okay. So one of the free seeds they got me was a calendula mix, which is awesome. I'm going to be growing calendula this year. There's a lot of seeds in here. What does this say? 30 seeds? That's a lot of seeds. Calendula, Mary's Heirloom seeds. Oh, it's a hardy annual, also called pot marigold. The vibrant orange and yellow calendula flowers attract bees, butterflies, and other essential pollinators. Medicinally, calendula contains saponins and antimicrobial, and the dried petals can be made into a tincture or oil. To dark seed, make sure the soil temp is at least 70 degrees and plant the seeds at 1/2 inch deep. Keep the soil moist but not waterlogged. Seeds should germinate in 4 to 14 days. Plant spacing can be anywhere from 8 to 12 inches depending on the plant habit. If you have a larger area, you can simply scatter the seeds. They work great as a cut flower, also excellent companion plant. They can repel asparagus beetles, nematodes, and tomato hornworms. So they're a great companion plant for asparagus, beans, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, carrots, cucumbers, potatoes, pumpkins, and tomatoes. Basically, most of the important things. And then they say our goal at Mary's Heirloom Seeds has always been to help people grow a healthy, successful garden using heirloom seeds. We are a simple phone call or email away. Most importantly, we are happy to share growing advice freely. So they're from Texas. I like this. I think this is a great idea. If you're not going to put the information on the packet, then this is great. I will save this and put this in with the other stuff I have. So this is what this looks like. And then the other free thing they gave me, I don't know what this looks like. Let's see if I can find it on the website. This is the Benning's Green Tint Scallop Squash. So let's put green tint. There we go. Ooh. Okay, I've been looking at these squashes that are like smushed looking because they're small and they're also, people talk about that they taste good and they're cool looking, right? So it's a patty pan type of squash, dates back to the early 1900s. The fruits are a grayish green tint and have deeply scalloped edges. Easy to grow and maintain, fast growing bush type of summer squash. Oh, so it's not a climbing. Okay, 55 days sounds kind of fast, right? That's 2 months, a little under 2 months. That's insane. Can get pretty big, but they are best harvested around 3 to 4 inches in diameter. So they're saying that there's 20 seeds in here. You can let them grow big, but they want them to stay hand-sized. That's how good, this, I guess the best flavor for that is. There's just so many of these like patty pan type squashes that are just so cool. So I've actually been looking at that. So I might just go ahead and grow these. Now, all of Mary's seeds, due to the name, are heirloom. So you should be able to, they're heirloom, open pollinated, non-GMO, and non-hybrid. I mean, there's not really an issue with hybrid seeds for me personally. But I do like the fact that they're non-GMO, open pollinated, because that means I can save the seeds of this. So good to know. Now let's get into what I went ahead and ordered. I ordered 3 seeds. Now, I am having a situation where I really am fighting with myself. As I said, one of the actual really important things for me is price as well as quality. Price of some places are extremely expensive. So I'm bouncing between actually making an order for Johnny's seeds because a lot of people love them, but it's like 3 times the price of most other places. Like 2 times to 3 times, excuse me, the price. And that's a lot of money. Because the thing I really want to try from them is their pelleted carrots. Because a YouTuber that I really like has talked about how much easier it is for her to plant out her carrot seeds when they're pelleted, which is just adding some type of coating on the seed, because carrot seeds are really small and you can't let carrots grow by themselves, so you essentially are wasting so many seeds because you have to go back in and pull them out, or you're wasting an obscene amount of time separating all of the seeds and trying to plant them out individually with the proper spacing. So I really want to get them, but for $6+ for 1 packet of seed is so intense to me. And I think the last time I checked, they have that one of the higher, like you have to spend $200 to get free shipping, and then the shipping is like $6 as well, like it's, or $5. It's a lot of money. So that's something that's on my mind. And I also think Johnny's also does not have a picture on their seed packet, so it's just a lot of things where I'm like, oh my gosh. And if I looked at the price, if I buy just those seeds, the carrot seeds, it comes out to like $12 in some sense, like after tax and shipping. It's just so insane. And I've ordered just basically all of the seeds I need for this grow season. So the idea of trying to grow spend $200 just to get the free shipping is just not worth it. I don't know. So I'm bouncing back between that. Let me know if you've ordered from there before and if you really think it's worth it. I know it's kind of like, it's only $6, but like when I can go to other places and spend $200 to $350 on average, it just seems extremely high, you know? Anyway, I was talking about carrots because I ordered some carrots. I will be succession planting carrots up the wazoo and in multiple ways, okay? I've been bouncing between the idea of ordering a couple more raised beds or just buying more grow bags, because when it comes down to it, purchasing grow bags is definitely a cheaper, immediate situation, as well as movable. So I feel like for this growing season, I won't buy more than 1 more raised bed, although I might not buy any at all, and I might buy a couple more grow bags, because I have different parts on my property, because I have a 1/4 acre, guys, of land. My entire land is a 1/4 acre. So I'm growing on like 1/8 of an acre. You get what I'm saying? So maybe a little more than that. I don't know. You get my point. But so I want to be able to put those bags in different spots, and then I can move them another time, you know? So this is the Bambino carrot. These look like short and stocky, which looks really cool to me. They're 55 to 65 days, which is quite fast to me. Now, what I'm going to end up doing is planting some of these out in raised beds as well as grow bags and growing them out. So they said it's a super sweet baby gourmet carrot. To my knowledge, a lot of the baby carrots you get in the grocery store are actually just cut big carrots. So it'd be cool to see these come to fruition. I do also have a green stock, so I want to try to grow some of these also in the green stock. And there are 100 seeds here. Bambino earns its name because when compared to much larger 8 to 9 inch tender sweet carrots, then Bambino has smaller grains and roots. So I'm kind of excited about this. So I'll be growing that. I love to juice. I'm really falling in love with carrot cupcakes and carrot cake and stuff. And I like sauteing carrots and other veggies and eating that. Like, I just like to eat. I'm falling in love with vegetables now that I'm growing my own or making myself during the warmer season go to I don't make myself anymore, but in the beginning I had to force myself to go to the farm stands as opposed to the grocery store, and then I just fell in love with farm stands too because we have farms up here. So the next one is the giant noble spinach. There are 200 seeds in here. Now, what's cool about, I like spinach. No, I'm lying. I love spinach. I prefer spinach to lettuce. Although I will eat lettuce, especially butter crunch these days. But when I go out to eat, I will ask, instead of lettuce, can I get spinach? Most of the time there is no upcharge, but I will most definitely pay the upcharge and get spinach instead. The taste of spinach is better to me from other places, and this is gonna sound so weird, I think, to some people. The texture is definitely different. So like the wrinkles and stuff. This is 50 days, and this is slow to bolt. So I'm feeling like I can grow this we're gonna see if I can grow these throughout the late spring into the summer. We're gonna see what happens. I do have the shade cloth. I used it last year, and I think that's what really helped. I feel like with a lot of issues, because my stuff really harvested late and was because I planted it so late and it was so prolific, a lot of my stuff. So there's 200 seeds in here. This is such an insane amount of seeds. So it says it's a slow bolt spinach planted in late spring for heavy yields of giant thick dark green leaves. Now, I read that to you, and I'm still gonna probably plant this in one of my planting pockets for my green stock, my pink stock, as well as in my raised beds, as well as maybe a 5-gallon grow bag, and see what goes on with all the different ones. This giant spinach variety can spread to 25 inches. Is that correct? And the thing about the picture on here is it's such a close-up, I don't get to see it. And is an excellent source of calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, vitamin A, C, and B6. I like spinach. I'm very excited. I think what I'm also going to do is try to grow smaller versions of it in my home, to just pick when it's smaller as well. One thing I also liked on why I purchased from Mary's Seeds, on top of the extra seed package, which I always think is Chef's Kit's awesome, is the pricing. This is some of the better pricing within the $2 to $3 range, which to me is I feel like to most people, it's affordable as crap when it comes to seeds. And the amount of seeds they give you are definitely pretty good. The last one I ordered was the Detroit dark red beets for a couple reasons. One, I do actually like beets. Now, juicing them, is where I majority eat beets, although I do want to attempt to consume the beets. I don't have to be in love with the taste of something as long as I know it's healthy for me. I can try to find multiple different ways to cook with it. So baking with it, I'd be interested to put it in my ratatouille that I like to make. I like to put random things in my ratatouille, and I feel like beets would work. I know some people find beets to be sweet, and sometimes I do as well. Actually, quick side note, my aunt made juices for Christmas, and she made a beet juice, and she's like, oh, this is not sweetened. And I was like, I'm gonna drink it regardless. I drank it. It was sweet. So it really depends where you get your beets, because I do love juicing. I'm big into juicing because I'm not a big fan of the juice that's sold in the grocery store. And then the ones I do like are $5, $6 for the glass ones. It's insane. And the juice be this big. Please don't. And I have kids. So when I do get juice, we're all drinking it, and then it's like gone. So making your own is just better, and there's 100 of them in here. This is 55 days, which is 2 months as well. So I could definitely do 2 harvests of this. The other thing is, I'm wondering if I should move some things into grow bags, because I'm getting more grow bags, and leave the raised beds for things that have a little bit more of a turnabout time, right? Because if you're thinking 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, that's like 5 months of growing time. That's about 2 turnovers, and then depending if I get more roll covers and stuff, I want to mess around with different covers. I might get 3 harvests of certain things before the end of the year, like beets, like carrots, you know what I'm saying? Which would be phenomenal. So it says here, 55 days, the most popular all-purpose red beet with flesh that is sweet and tasty. Uniform 3-inch round roots are smooth. 14-inch tops make good greens. I need to start eating the greens. My chickens, I only have 2. My chickens, I give a lot of the tops of my stuff, but I will try it. Heirloom varieties introduced in 1892. Seeds can be sown in cool or warm conditions, covered slightly and kept reasonably moist until seedlings emerge. To hasten germination, soak seeds for 8 to 24 hours before sowing. Now, the other reason why I bought some more of this is I'm going to show you actually. I'm growing green microgreens. Yes, before you're like, girl, that looks real scraggly. This was my first batch, and I most definitely did not put enough seeds in here. But I snipped my first round for just a little bit. I made delicious beef stew the other day, and I snipped some of them and put it on top of the beef stew. It was the broccoli. I have broccoli microgreens on here. When I tell you, it just added a little razzle dazzle. And then this is gonna sound so stupid to some people, I feel like, but I was so impressed with myself, and it tasted good, and I just know it was just a little boost of extra nutrients. You know what I mean, for the body. So I'm gonna cut these in like a couple days and go ahead and replant some more. So I'll probably plant half of these in this, and some more other plants, like other seeds in this, to really fill it up. Because let me show you what the good second round. I have one tray that from the second round looks, hold on. So like, I've learned, this is not beets, but you can see how much fuller it is. So yeah. Let's look at all this paperwork. Those are all the seeds. They sent me hella paperwork, guys. Plant for pollinators. Oh, I'm not gonna read all of this to you guys. We're already here for a hot minute. Oh. So they're telling you what's good to plant for your pollinators. And what's really cool about a lot of these things that you can plant for your pollinators is they're good for you. So like coneflower, sunflowers, calendula, borage, like hyssop, mint, bee balm, thyme, dill, lavender, oregano. Like, I can keep going. A lot of these are just really good for you as well. Seed starting tips, plant for pollinators. Oh, wow. And then oh, wow. Okay, I'm impressed by this. So instead of using the packet, they just included even more information on this double-sided paper where they go through seeds that you need to cold stratify. This is mighty impressive. Oh my gosh, it just reminded me I need to start my echinacea and my chamomile. Lord. Oh, and strawberries. Oh, and my lavender. Oh, I gotta record another video today. It goes down after listing them to tell you how long you need to cold stratify them. How long. Wow, this is good information. Okay, Mary's Heirloom seeds. You got it. You got it. What the hell is this? Okay, so then this is my receipt. So for those, oh, and then they gave me a 5% discount on my next order, which is really cool. This is my receipt. And guys, I spent $10.75. Shipping was $4.50. The seed packets all together were $6.25, and I feel like the carrot seeds I want from Johnny's is $6.25 by itself. So it's just a lot for me. And then here's another one, seed starting basics, and they have additional information. Start early on these items because these seeds take longer to germinate. Tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, onions, lavenders. Water properly, seed starting indoors. Oh my gosh. And then they have a bunch of different seeds on here and telling you how long typically they are to harvest, as well as how long to germinate. Oh, wow. I'm going to save this. Mary, I might laminate this. Thank you. I always love it. Like, one of the reasons why I love My Gardener so much is he's just so free-flowing with information, because at the end of the day, one thing I'm learning is all these granny hobbies that, like, you might have gotten made fun of as a younger person, are some of the best hobbies to have. Some of the best hobbies to have. Hobbies in general are good to have as an adult, because I feel like if you didn't do something when you're younger, you don't want to learn, be a new person learning it when you're an adult, but it's good for you. Hobbies where they can help sustain you are some of the best hobbies, like anything to do with clothing, right? So sewing, knitting, crocheting, weaving, all those things that gardening, that like to help you eat, gardening, hydroponics, all of those things. There's a ton. I can't go into all of them. We've been here for a hot minute already, but you get what I'm saying. I truly appreciate stuff like this because it really breaks it down for you. This is what you need to do. This is how much you need to do of it. And it's not like buy this book, which to be fair, I do buy books, but here's just your information that you needed for free because you purchased from me. And I'm going to save this. And I think that's phenomenal. Guys, I spent $10 on this brand, and the brand thought it was important enough to be like, here's information to help you succeed so you continue to wanting to buy. And of course, I'm sure they know these are heirloom seeds. People can take the extra step to try to save some of them, but also because they take such good quality care and give so much good information, the odds are we're probably going to come back again. We're going to see what germination rates are like. Obviously, I'm just opening this up, but there are people online talking about how good this company is, and I'm kind of understanding that. So I'm going to save this with the stuff and add this to my seed collection. Thank you so much for watching this whole video. Oh my gosh, did I tell you to grab a drink and a snack? My bad. Hopefully you've watched me before, so you already knew that. Anyway, hope to see you in my next video. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Oh my goodness. I last time I checked, I had 150 subscribers, which is insane. I know the content, like, you see content creators these days, and like they have thousands and thousands. It's insane. So it's hard to appreciate the smaller numbers. If there were 150 people in my house right now, I would be very overwhelmed. So thank you so much. We are like a village already. We're a tribe. So thank you so much. Let me know some varieties that you're trying to grow from carrots and beets, and how do you guys feel about pelleted versus non-pelleted seeds? Anyway, hopefully I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye bye.